It is really hard, isn't it, not to be impressed by what West Ham are doing this summer. We are getting a lot of attention, and it's understandable. I mean, we was always going to get that attention because of what's gone on with David Moyes, i.e. the change of manager. We've had a load of flack, haven't we? Let's be honest, as West Ham fans, from the general media, lots of pundits, former footballers and everything. The be careful what you wish for brigade. We've had it in full force prior to this summer. It's gone a bit quiet, I would say. Do you know what I mean? It's gone a little bit quiet with the way West Ham operated. And so far this summer, I mean, we are a standout club now in the Premier League in terms of how we've shown some real ambition. That word that we use quite a fair bit. I think West Ham fans, especially, we do use it because we haven't seen it for quite some time. But don't get me wrong, since the arrival of Tim Steidten, it does feel like there's more of a plan and a little bit more hunger to be successful. But this window has really ramped things up. It does seem now West Ham are looking a club that are eager to kick on, eager to start challenging the bigger clubs, as it were, or the big six, whatever you want to call it. And I've got to say, I'm really, really impressed. I mean, I went into this window with a fair amount of optimism and excitement, like we always, every summer always do, don't you? Let's be honest, as a football fan, you always start dreaming, don't you? And that's what it's about. Football is about dreaming. That's the thing I've hated about the whole be careful what you wish for stuff. It's just an attack on fans for dreaming and wanting more. It's not delusion. Fans aren't deluded. Fans can expect more from their football clubs. Why shouldn't they? And every football fan of every club, surely, when a season starts, gets excited and thinks, where are we going to finish? Are we going to get promoted? Are we going to get here or there, whatever? You know, you start to dream where you can finish up and maybe you're going to win a trophy. And the fact is, we've done nothing wrong in terms of wanting more. And I've never really understood why there's been such a big backlash over the way David Moyes' situation was handled, i.e. from the club with letting him go. I don't know why that it was felt that we were harsh and out of order for wanting more. I really do feel that we were really beaten up quite a fair bit by the media. And as I say, it's quite funny now, isn't it, to watch suddenly it go very quiet. And the narrative's changing. I'm going to come to that in a second. But I've got to say, when I talk about West Ham, though, this summer, the way that we've gone about our business, the way that we've strategized in terms of getting certain players over the line, it's been really impressive. It's been something we've craved for a long time, a bit of a professional approach, a plan. You know, you look at the Wan-Bissaka deal. The Wan-Bissaka deal in itself is remarkable, the way we went about the business. And this is coming from Steidten and his team. Because this wasn't, you know, we've never experienced things like this as West Ham fans, have we, under the Sullivan regime, or ever really, but especially under the Sullivan regime. I mean, we're used to scattergun, aren't we? We're used to what's going on at Chelsea is what we're used to, but you know, minus the amount of spending. That kind of just, we'll just go for anyone in position to see what happens. It feels like we've got a real plan in place. But you look at like Wan-Bissaka, as I say, and the way that we then decided to go and bid for another player in Mazzari, and then hope in the belief that we knew that Manchester United then would switch their attention to go and get him, and they would need to get rid of Wan-Bissaka because that's who we wanted in the first place. Aaron Wan-Bissaka was signed for £15 million. £15 million for a 26-year-old right back who's considered one of the best in the league. You know, and he has been. Maybe not right at this moment in time because of his possible lack of game time a little bit in recent times with Manchester United. But ultimately, he's still a very, very good player. I went there for, £50 million? Went to Manchester United. He's in the prime now of his career. And it's fantastic business. It's outstanding from the club and how they've gone about it. It really is. I'm really impressed. Todibo. I mean, we've outmuscled Juventus, you know, an Italian giant, a club that could offer him Champions League football. I mean, they just couldn't deal with it. They could not match what we were going to match for the player or put on the table for the player. But it's the way we went about it. It's the way that we put our bid in. We put the money down completely through the deal that was going to happen between Nice and Juventus. And the fact that we just sat back patiently. We knew that they wouldn't come up with the money. Thought, let's just sit and wait. Let's wait this out. And we struck at the right time when it was coming towards the end of the window. We went in and upped it again just to blow them out of the water and get the deal done. Show the player as well. That's the other thing as well I really like about Steidten as well. I love this personable approach he's got with the players. He seems to really make an effort to show the love and the commitment from West Ham to the player, his family, etc. it seems to be going a long, long way because we are getting players. Considering the fact West Ham have got no European football next season, we are attracting top players to this football club. And these are top players. Let's make no mistake. I mean, Somerville, player of the season in the Championship last year. There was a lot of clubs very keen to get him, and we got him for a decent price, a very decent price. Again, they all seem to come to West Ham at the moment and really want to be here. They seem excited and hungry. They talk about the project as well, which I love. This is a really, really good time. I mean, with that being said, though, I'm not getting carried away. I'm optimistic, but I'm cautiously optimistic. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to go in. I'm not having this sort of delusion going, oh my God, we're going to be top four. Oh my God, let's compete for the Champions League. Don't get me wrong. It's not out the realms of possibility. And that's being fair, isn't it? I think that's fair to say. When you look at the squad that we've got now, you think that team is really good, could really challenge. But we haven't kicked a ball yet. I am very mindful of that. And we have kind of been down a similar path before. Albeit, I mean, this has come to me a couple of times, actually. People go, yeah, but this happened to Pellegrini. You could say that, but let's get this straight. We weren't getting the sort of players we were getting, like this window that we were getting on Pellegrini. This is a huge, huge upgrade. You know, we've got a striker that has been playing at the Euros and playing very well at the Euros, just in the Champions League final for Dortmund. German international striker. You know, you got, as I said, Somerville Championship Player of the Year, top player. You know, he's got a lot to prove and looks. You know, I think he's going to be excellent for West Ham. I really do. I'm really excited by him. You've got a midfield. You know, a player that was in Rodriguez that was about to join Barcelona. You know, got that deal over the line, free transfer, unbelievable. Todibo, regarded as one of the best young centre backs in the world, now playing at West Ham. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I mean, it goes on, and then you've got the players that are already here. You've got your Paquetas, Bowen, Kudus, Alvarez. I mean, this is a seriously exciting side. It really is, and I think it's a very exciting time to be a West Ham fan. I really do. I mean, I want to see us gel. I think we've got to have patience, of course, as well. But I love the way we're going about business. I love how ruthless we are. We're not frightened to go in for players, and we're not frightened to upset some clubs to get there and be bold. I love it. I really do. Todibo deal, you know, a loan that he goes permanent next summer. And basically, you know, just to clear that up, because there has been some confusion regarding this option to buy obligation. The option is that if he plays, I think it's 5 matches for West Ham, it turns into obligation. So basically, it's an obligation to buy. So it comes out of next year's budget. So it doesn't affect us now. It's really smart business. And there's more to come. There is more to come from West Ham. Talked about it. Trevor Chalobah, Chelsea. Looks like it's going to be something that could happen there. You've got Solé of Paris Saint-Germain, obviously Spanish midfielder. I mean, there's players to go as well. We're going to be making some sales. But it feels like there's a real plan in place and people are taking notice. And I love the fact the media now have gone a full 180 on it. They've gone from being so negative towards West Ham fans is how, oh yeah, be careful what you wish for. Oh, West Ham fans are a bit, treating us a little bit like we're deluded. I can't stand that word. I really hate it when you talk about football fans being deluded, but that's how it's felt, isn't it? When all we've wanted really is just the club to progress and do better. And now they're taking notes. Now they're looking at it thinking, oh God. And I can imagine there's so many that would love to see it go wrong. I think we need to be patient though. I do. I think we need to be patient. Because it's for this amount of change, and not only in terms of player personnel, but manager, playing style, etc. It's a lot to work with and a lot to get right and to progress. You know what I mean? And to get it clicking. It's unlikely it's going to gel straight away. I mean, don't get me wrong. I really hope it does. We've got a tough test to start the season. Obviously, got Villa and Man City in the first 3 games of the season. Crystal Palace in the middle. It's not going to be easy, which is away. It's going to be tough. But I'll tell you what, if we can get to a half-decent start, I'll tell you this, we could really be flying. But yeah, I mean, for someone, I've been cautiously optimistic this summer going into it. But even myself, I've been surprised by how well we've done. I mean, to get the players that we've got, basically our first choice players for the vast majority we've got in. It is stunning, something we're not used to. And I'm actually going on Talk Sport this evening, 8:30, so just over an hour and a half from when I'm doing this. And I'm really interested to know what the kind of question is going to be, because I get the feeling it's going to be a little bit like that I wonder if I'm going to sense that edge of that they want West Ham to slip up a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm sure there are a lot out there that do. But I couldn't care less. You know what I mean? I really couldn't care less. I'm really pleased. I'm really happy. I'm very impressed with how West Ham go about their business. And the way it's shaping up at the moment, I think we're in for a really, really exciting season.